those busy living day in and out in the congested city, every day is an incessant struggle for space and time. Life here is at times suffocating, compelling one to find a sanctuary. Perhaps for an architect, a change of environment and mood could prompt him to embrace a totally new perspective that might lead to a creative breakthrough. Somewhat like a child, uninhibited in a natural world, daydreaming away. This vacation home that serves as a weekend retreat is located in a small village some 60 kilometers away from New Mumbai. Embraced by lush greenery, this house seems exceptionally vibrant and cozy. It's like we have incidentally entered a kid's wonderland or a magical world of an architect.
When I first saw this piece of land, when we came with our friends, it was just a barren land like any other forest. But there was a beautiful valleys all around. There was a water body adjacent to this piece of land and beautiful trees. So what more you need? So we thought, let's start with a small shelter. So that's how we made this particular square to start with, and then subsequently we added 2 more units so that it becomes a complete house.
Walking down a windy path lined with fruit trees, we come to the vacation home of Nitin Killawala. This house was a pilot project Nitin started some 12 years ago. It was a winner of the JK Commendation Architect Award in 1988. Nitin is full of respect for Mother Nature. His entire house is structured and built along natural contours to avoid altering the terrain of the place.
They are all placed to suit natural contours, to suit the view frames, and pyramidal roof has come on its own in the sense that we started with a square roof because of square plan, and then we cut it diagonally so that we could get natural ventilation, and that's how we get these triangular louvers. 3 squares interconnected with the open space, so the surrounding space also becomes more meaningful, and you create something like larger than life kind of an image. Now, this house is only 1200 square feet, but then you get to see much more than what it is.
There is no air conditioner or fancy facilities here, only the bare amenities, so that one can thoroughly enjoy the warmth of nature and the simplicity of a rural life. All round the house, long windows dominate in order to take in the beautiful scenery that changes with the seasons. The natural scenery outside and the simple interior are at once contrasting yet complementary.
The very purpose of this house is to enjoy nature more than the architecture. So we created somewhere large openings, somewhere these slits, just to capture outside in, and from inside you see what is really happening around, and that creates a very interesting view frames at many locations. There is nothing like front or back of the house. We have openings on all 4 sides, wherever there is a better view, wherever there is better ventilation, and like your own body, you know, eternally also it should be good. So that's how this house has been created.
The humid summer is unbearably hot. The 7-meter high ceiling makes the living room appear more spacious and well ventilated. The steel and iron louvers ventilate the house as well. The heat-resistant stone material used for the construction of the house came from the mountains nearby. The simple, unassuming design subtly reveals Nitin's environmental consciousness and his ingenious ideas.
In huts they use it like a wall. Normally they clad it with cow dung or soil, and that gives insulation. These bamboo chicks, which are very typical of most of the villages in western Maharashtra, in this region. So we have picked up those elements and use it in a contemporary way. So though the technique, the technology, the material is traditional, but it is used in a more contemporary manner. That also gives me filtered light and filtered ventilation as well.
Nitin is an expert at making use of local materials, such as the unplastered slabs on the false ceiling and the red oxide flooring. The material may be rough, but they are practical.
We have simple cement flooring with red oxide just to add some color, and again it is cost effective, something which I could do locally, and even if there is damage or something, it can be touched up. And these little cracks which you see, that is because of sand, but then that forms part of my design.
The living room is where the family gathers. Occasionally they will organize a small ethnic performance here. Nitin is an ardent fan of the unique Aboriginal culture. Aboriginal handicraft sits pretty among the furniture in the living room. These handicrafts reflect the unique way of life of the Aboriginals, and they are rich in local flavour.
My even window level is slightly lower than a normal window lintel. My flooring is slightly lower. Even the chair on which I am sitting, that is slightly lower. So that gives a more horizontal look. There is no specific reason behind it, but then all this in tandem gives that intimacy in scale.
Spend a lazy afternoon doing nothing except watching the dancing shadows cast on the architecture. Consider it sculpting time, perhaps.
I think we are blessed being in tropical region, that we have abundant sunlight, and why should we not use this nature resource? And when you see sunlight with the backdrop of mountains, with the backdrop of maybe lures of your surroundings, that creates a drama, and this drama makes your space a little different than others, and you see it differently. I think that is any designer's skill, and they would like to reinvent more and more.
Nitin loves travelling, and he has to travel often for work around India. The garden is full of his collections he accumulated over a long period of time. Be it a rice container, cooking utensils or artistic chinaware, they are scattered everywhere. Scattered, yet organised.
When you put candles under those sculptures, it gives a different silhouette, different form. And these are, it's like having a beautiful plant, you have beautiful sculpture which is surrounding the plant. Artwork is like adopting children. You create some kind of relationship after you have put up on a wall or a sculpture on a floor or in a garden, and that creates lasting memories, and then you don't feel like even many times removing a particular painting in a different location because your eyes are set to it. And I always believe that art also encourages you some kind of vibes in you.
The simple bedroom is not without surprises. For instance, this sunken shower. You will feel as if you were bathing in the open, but with ample privacy.
The luxury which I see in this surrounding is that why can't we have a shower, sunken shower, and there are no curtains but there is ample privacy. So this kind of luxury, it's much better than having a jacuzzi in a 7-star property than seeing, you know, nature and mountains, and you get to hear birds, and you know. So that's how that thought came, that okay, let's have a shower also as part of the bedroom.
This is a rather environmentally friendly vacation home. This 35-meter high white tower houses a water tank that generates electricity for the house by harnessing wind power. It has a toilet hidden in the basement as well.
Instead of having tank in one corner, normally this kind of tank tower is always in one corner. I thought let it be in the middle, and I put my toilet block just underneath. Again, that saves me in you know, creating additional space for tank tower. And end of the day, I am getting clear-cut pressure at 35 feet straight down the line. So it is not only the tank tower, it is also bathrooms underneath, and it forms a feature.
For Nitin, to personally design his own vacation home signifies a new adventure to let his imagination take flight. Whatever he imagines, he's determined to put in his best. For instance, this deck is a manifestation, an extension of his creativity. Whether you are on the lake admiring the sunset or basking in the moonlight, it's an indulgence.
We found that our house should be in the water. So this was one opportunity which we thought, which is very close to the water. You walk 60 feet long bridge which takes you there. Now many times you invite your old school friends or elderly family members, and you have discussions very with you know, peace in mind. You see all mountainscapes surrounding, and it's a different kind of nostalgia which you create over a period of time.